Hello, usapang Kiko Barsaga ulit tayo mga men, no? So, meron ditong pinasa sa akin video. In-interview siya kay kay OG Diaz eh. Kaya si Kiko Barsaga. Sabi ganun. Hindi ito gawain, hindi gagawin ito ng ordinary congressman eh. Ano ba ang gawain ng ordinary congressman? Magnakaw. Oo nga naman, ano? So ito yung yung interview kay OG Diaz. Panoorin nga natin. Hindi ko lalahatin doon lang tayo sa mga importanteng bagay.
Medyo maingay si Congress Miao dahil sunod-sunod yung mga post mo sa Facebook mo. Na-call out ka pa ng dati mong partido, yung...
He's not welcome. May mga ganun kasi pag iba yung personality mo sa normal, medyo weird ka. Ibig sabihin, oy, may sayad na yan, abnoy na yan. Yun yung isipin ng mga tao eh.
Inaano nila kung meron ka daw bang mental health issue. Bakit medyo nawiwirduhan sila sa'yo?
Okay. It's a sensitive topic.
Saan ba nagtapos ng kolehiyo si congressman at ano yung kanyang nagtinapos?
Dropout.
So inaamin mo na nepo baby ka?
Yes, he makes money and he gives me money.
Lahat yun gusto mong panin. Sabi nila parang wala sa timing yung pag-meow-meow mo.
Kayo po na nakaupo, subukan nyo namang tumayo. At baka mamyaw-meow-meow, meow-meow-meow, mamyaw-meow-meow. Magbabago na ang House of Representatives. We will bring justice into this corrupt system.
Kilalanin natin siya. Ganda ng opisina nila, no? Dinat na namin nakahiga daw.
Kasama po natin ngayon ang controversial na 4th District Congressman ng Dasmariñas, Cavite, Congressman Kiko Barsaga.
Meow.
Ba't lagi mong ginagawa yun? Ano yun?
Oh, ganito.
Oo. Sobrang love mo mga pusa. Oh, gano'ng karami
Same kami
pusa?
Mga 19, actually. Well, actually, lagi silang dumadami since lagi nadadagdagan yung mga pusa ko.
Actually, mas marami akong pusa dyan. 25 yung sa akin eh. Buti nga ito, 19 lang eh.
Nadagdagan ng dalawa pa, or I think 2 months ago, nung nag-visit kami sa Boss Shelter. So, yung last interview ko, sinabi ko 17, ngayon 19 na. Si Bernie at si Vernon.
Kaya ka tinawag na Congress Meow.
Congress Meow.
Oo. Minsan sinasabi nila parang wala sa timing yung pag-meow-meow mo. Pero yung iba, kung kilala ka nila, ganun mo ka-love ang mga pusa. Pero sinasabi nila parang hindi kailangan mag-meow-meow si Kong. Pero ginagawa niya.
Events, pag nagsasalita ako sa entablado. It's my philosophy, and I've said this in a previous interview before, na pag ganun ako sa bahay, ganun din ako in public, in events. What I am in private, I am in public. Kasi pag nakasanayan mong laging iba yung private personality at public personality mo, parang magiging disingenuous ka na. You would start becoming either yourself or your image. I intend to make who I am and who my image is to be the same person.
Talino siya, no? Talino siya sumagot. However, hindi pa rin ako convinced dun eh. Meron talagang sa ayaw at sa gusto mo, magkahiwalay pa rin talaga yung professional sa private life eh. Di ba? Kahit na anong sabihin mo, although na maganda naman yung explanation niya, kaya lang, babagsak na naman tayo dito sa dito sa issue ng pagpapakatotoo eh. Gusto kong makita nyo kung ano talaga ako. Yes, oo. Pero may mga times kasi na na alam mo yon, yung ano ba magandang term. Na may mga times talaga na may mga nasa private life mo na hindi mo kailangang ipakita sa tao. Parang ganito yan sa pribado pag natutulog ka, malakas kang humilik. 'Di ba? Siyempre, ayaw mo namang, hindi naman sa pagiging plastic, ayaw mo namang ipakita sa ano yon, sa tao na malakas kang humilik or malakas kang umutot in private. Siyempre, maano ka naman. Nagigets ko yung pagpapakatotoo. Ibang usapin kasi yung pagpapakatotoo sa pagiging professional. Matagal ko na sinasabi dito yan. Di ba? Pag magpapakatotoo ka, sabihin mo yung gusto mong sabihin. Yung tutol ka sa ganito. Oo, tutol. Let's say, halimbawa, ang usapin ay abortion, no?
Kaya nagmamiyaw-miyaw
Wait lang.
ako. Kaya
Issue ng abortion, yung pagpapalaglag. Kasi may mga country na na pinapayagan ng abortion eh. Meron namang hindi dahil labag daw sa kagustuhan ng Diyos yun or whatever. Ngayon, kung pag-uusapan natin pagpapakatotoo, pro-abortion ka. Pro ka. Kailangan sabihin mo talaga sa tao yon. Ako, pabor po ako sa abortion. Lalo na pag nadidetect na yung baby ay may kapansanan. Kasi yun ang kadalasan dahilan eh. May kapansanan. Pwede na natin abort yun para hindi na siya mamuhay ng mahirap na Kasi may mga gano'n na dahilan eh. Kung ikaw ay magpapakatotoo, sabihin mo na yun talaga yung gusto mo. Pro-abortion ka. Or halimbawa, suportado mo si Duterte. Kasi, di ba, pag mga sumusuporta kay Duterte ngayon, nababansagan DDS. Mga bobo daw eh. Ngayon, magpakatotoo ka. Kung talagang gusto mo kay Duterte, sabihin mo yung totoo. Kasi sometimes, nahihiya ka lang na masabihan DDS ka. Kaya ikakahiya mo yung paninindigan mo. May mga ganun kasi nangyayari eh. Yung kahit sa natin let's say yung mga kabataan nahihiya silang malaman na yung tatay nila ay magsasaka, 'di ba? Nakakahiya naman mga kaklase ko, tatay nila mga businessman, 'di ba? Tapos tatay ko magsasaka, 'di ba? So ang tendency, hindi mo sasabihin yung totoo, hindi ka magpapakatotoo noon. 'Di ba? Magpakatotoo ka, sabihin mo yung totoo. Magsasaka ang tatay ko. O ano ngayon? 'Di ba? Gusto ko lang maging totoo sa inyo, mga kaibigan ko. Ngayon, kung mandidiri kayo sa akin dahil ang tatay ko ay magsasaka lang, 'di ba? Hindi ako nababagi sa barkadahan natin. Pwede 'yon. 'Di ba? Pero you have to be professional pa rin. Magkaiba yung pagiging professional eh. Siyempre, kahit ba naman na magsasaka ka or magsasaka yung tatay mo, pag papasok ka, maayos pa rin yung damit mo. Huwag mo naman ipakita na kawawa ka. Kahit papaano naman, yung damit na susuotin mo doon ay bagong laba. 'Di ba? Kaya naman siguro bumili ng sabong panlaba yung pamilya nyo or maligo ka naman, 'di ba? Hindi naman kamahalan ang maligo. Pagiging professional yun eh. Kasi kung sabihin mo pagpapakatotoo, hindi, ganito ako sabay, hindi kami naliligo, madumi ang kuko namin. 'Di ba? Kaya papasok akong ganito. Kung ano yung nasa hindi eh. I hope you get my point, no? Na yung pagpapakatotoo, iba yan sa pagiging professional. 'Di ba? Although na-appreciate ko yung explanation niya, pero hindi pa rin ako convinced eh. Magkaiba yun.
I act friendly, I make my emotions and my interests and my beliefs open. Because
yan, totoo, pagpapakatotoo yun. Yung ginagawa mo. Pero yung pagmamiyaw-miyaw mo, di ba? Pwede mong hindi gawin, may option ka kasi na hindi mo gawin yun eh. Yung paninindigan mo, yung katulad ng sinasabi mo dito na yung emotions mo, yung paniniwala mo, yung beliefs mo, yung mga interest mo, hindi mo talaga pwedeng baguhin yan. Halimbawa, yung interest mo, mahilig ka sa Barbie. Kahit kalalaki mong tao, interest mo yun eh. Magpapakatotoo ka talaga, hindi yun eh. Pero may mga bagay kasi na pwede mong hindi gawin, na kahit hindi mo siya gawin, hindi naman nangangahulugan na hindi ka nagpapakatotoo. Di ba?
my emotions and my interests and my beliefs open because that's what I am when I am alone. And that's what I intend to also be when I'm in public.
And when you're in public, so yun nga, medyo maingay si Congress Miao dahil sunod-sunod yung mga post mo sa Facebook mo. Na-call out ka pa ng dati mong partido, yung
yung sa nag-press.
NUP. O, ano,
yung press con, and
Oo
NUP,
nga.
30 minutes ago. He's not welcome. I mean, may mga ganun. Kasi pag iba yung personality mo sa normal, medyo weird ka, ibig sabihin, oy, may sayad na yan, abnoy na yan. Yun yung isipin ng mga tao. And that is that's an observation. And that's a very valid observation. Chairman Puno is also a Filipino citizen, and I am a member of the House of Representatives. So he's also free to criticize me on that. Pero para sa akin lang na, yung sa Ethics Committee kasi, yes, I've done wrong things. And yes, I'm completely ready to face any allegations against me. Kay Chairman Puno, walang personalan. If he is mad at me, if he feels it is necessary for him to speak against me since I used to be a party member, then that's good. It's good that we investigate and we judge all of our House members. And that is why I also started a call for investigation Martin Romualdez and Zaldico, because everyone else is getting investigated. All the DPWH officials, all the small-time contractors, they're being investigated, but no one has said the name of Martin Romualdez. And the way I see it, it's a lose-lose situation for him, because either he is complicit in the acts of corruption in Congress, the hundreds of billions that's been stolen, or he is not aware of it, which is even more dangerous. Kasi ang iniisip na tao, corrupt yan o corrupt si speaker. Pag iniisip nila yan, delikado yan sa ating bansa. Hindi, that's corruption, that's bad. But what's worse is that kung hindi siya corrupt at hindi niya alam nangyayari yun.
Oo nga naman, mas pangit nga naman yun na halimbawa, hindi niya alam na nangyayari yun. Tama, alam mo, kahit pa paano may ganito din naman siya. Eccentric lang talaga siya, no? Diba? Kaya niya naman depensahan yung mga pinagsasabi niya.
of billions has been stolen, and him as the Speaker of the House and as the cousin of the President, who's very close with the President, very close.
Hindi siya katulad ng iba na tatanga-tanga na, I mean, yung mukhang tanga pero talagang tanga talaga. Siya, mukha lang pero, may sinasabi din, no?
Administration, the executive, is not aware of it. Paano niya hindi alam yun? So either he is involved in it or he has no knowledge of it. Either of these scenarios, he has to be held accountable.
So, yun nga, inireklamo ka sa Ethics Committee because of your behavior, because of parang quote-unquote inciting to sedition, yung iyong ginagawa na pag bago nyo sunugin ng Congress.
Hindi ko sinabi bago nyo sunugin. Ang sabi ko, wag nyo sunugin
ng Congress. Wag nyo sunugin ng Congress. And then,
speech pa ako. And that's, kasi iba na talaga ang sitwasyon ngayon eh. Yung mga tao sa House of Representatives, kala nila parang normal protest lang, hindi nila nakikita na yung corruption sa Nepal, hindi kasing lala ng corruption sa atin. So, by matter of comparison, we can assume that since we are a more corrupt country, we can expect a greater outrage from the people. Since yung sa Nepal, if you see the issues na yung sa Prime Minister, yung sa... Well, they also have very different political system. But the problem here is that hundreds of billions of pesos stolen is not just a simple matter. Hindi lang yun yung, iimbestigahan ka, makulong ka ng mga 1 month, 2 months, and then back to Congress ka na. It's no longer that. And the people are aware of that. The people know that there is a very big possibility of what's happening in Nepal to happen here. And there's a very big possibility of escalation, especially in the riots involving the...
Alam mo ko ito lang magiging okay magsalita. Yung iiwan niya yung iiwan niya yung attitude niya. At hindi, attitude. Yung kanyang antics, tama ba yung term ko? Yung aalisin niya yon, mukhang magiging okay to eh. Feeling ko lang. Kaya lang talagang eccentric talaga siya eh. No? Doon lang ako nag-aalangan sa part na yun. Baka mamaya, part ng split personality niya yung matalino na yan. Then may split personality pa siya na... Kaya tama din na imbestigahan din talaga kung talagang, alam mo yon, yung parang may saltik ba talaga siya o wala. Importante yun eh. Well, sa akin lang yun, kayo, anong tingin nyo?
In the future protests involving the police and the military, it just takes one
Kasi sayang eh,
for
oh.
it to spiral out of control. Like in Nepal, it's just
Kaya nyo naman pala magseryoso.
and everything that we've built. And that's why, in order to protect the House of Representatives, the house that I am part of, I want to change it before September 21. I want to bring genuine positive change to the House before that happens.
So yun nga, inisa-isa dun sa Ethics Committee yung mga reklamo sa'yo. Like, pati yung 2024, kung saan, yung lewd shows, yung... resibo yun. Sorry hindi ko siya... Saan nagagaling yun?
Yung mga yung cosplay events. Nagko-cosplay kasi ako yung mga Gundam.
Okay.
Yung cosplay events yun. And in Japanese culture, they have yung mga kabedon, leg lock. Parang yung mga nakakita mo sa anime. And...
Wala naman masama doon kung nagko-cosplay ka, no? Di ba? Siyempre, bata eh. 27 years old pa lang yata to, kaidaran ko lang ito eh.
That event, they allowed that. The organizers allowed that. Parang fan service siya. So, in exchange for money, parang magpipicture ka with a cosplayer na nakaganon kayo. And it's, well, I'm not sure if it's completely legal, but like, if the organizers allow it, then it must be since it's SMX. And, yun. It's Japanese culture.
Okay. Yung pagbabalandra mo ng mga pera.
I think that was about 150,000. Ano yun? Hindi ko alam, pero hindi ko maalala kung galing kay Kong PD yun for like a birthday present or for Christmas. Since my father, hindi ako magsisinungaling, okay? Kung sasabihin mong Nepo baby ako, I completely agree to that. My father is, let's just say he's a successful lawyer. He has made some money. Nakita mo naman, he's not just successful in Congress, but he's also successful in the field of law. He taught as a lawyer.
Oo, lawyer ito. Matalino tatay nito eh. 'Di ba? Ang naka-debate pa nung tatay nito, yung professor niya noon. Si, ano name nito? Na dating secretary ng Justice. Si Cuevas ba yon name nun? Matalino tatay nito. Ano yata yon during impeachment yata ni CJ Corona? Kung nakita yung tatay nito. Correct me if I'm wrong ha. Malupit ang tatay nito.
He has been involved in very high-profile cases, including the Corona
tama, di ba?
ABS-CBN
Siya yun, no?
franchise issue, yung sa franchise renewal. So, yes, he makes money and he gives me money.
So, nung binibigyan ka ng pera, dinidisplay mo. Kaya na yung mga tao.
Ayun.
Ano ba to? Ano ka ba? Member ka ba ng networking? Kasi,
lagi ko dun yung mga crypto. Joke lang yun, ako wala akong alam sa mga crypto. If anything, pag pinasok ko yung pera ko sa crypto, maubusan ako.
So,
like, I have no financial ability in cryptocurrency.
So, inaamin mo na Nepo baby ka?
Yes. I mean, that's where it first starts. You have to admit that you are a product of nepotism. I myself am a product of political dynasty. And not just a political dynasty. We are one of the oldest dynasties in Cavite if you trace back to the history. Kasi ako, my namesake, Francisco Barzaga, it came from Francisco E. Barzaga, who during the Spanish times, after we gained independence, actually one of the first
talagang
in Dasmariñas, Cavite. Kaya sa pagpunta ka ng Dasma, may FEB na school, Francisco E. Barzaga, may FEB building yung Lasal doon. And that's where you will see that, yes, it is true. We have a long history in politics. And if I deny that, then I'm denying myself. I am a product of nepotism.
Nababasa mo ba yung mga comments ng mga netizen na yung mga ikinikilos mo raw unbecoming of a good congressman?
Well, yes, but like how many good congressmen do we have now? Sino yung mga model congressman natin na dapat kong gayahin? Yes, I act differently from the other congressmen. But if the average congressman is
aware siya, no?
That makes me less of a thief, right?
So mas gusto mo ng ganyan, okay lang ganun ako kumilos basta hindi ako magnanakaw.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, and I won't disagree with you. I myself, I'm telling you na hindi ako magnanakaw, but it's up to you whether or not you believe me. Okay? Because everyone, lahat ng congressman, kahit yung mga pinaka-magnanakaw na, sasabihin sa'yo hindi sila magnanakaw. But for me, if I act like the rest of Congress, then I will become like the rest of Congress. And that's not what I want to be because I can see what Congress is. And I do not want to be a part of the system that exists right now. I wish to change the system, and I believe that by acting in line with the system, I won't be able to do that. I have to not go outside the system, but I have to act as if I'm not a congressman in order to fix Congress.
Hindi ka natatakot daw sa mga pronouncement mo, sa mga ipinopost mo?
Should people be afraid of politicians? Should I be afraid of Romualdez or Marcos or Soto? Should you be afraid of me or of any other politician that you criticize? criticize.
So,
What do you
hindi ka
think?
natatakot.
Hindi naman na hindi ako natatakot. Ang problema ay kung natatakot ako. Like, for example, do we live in a country where you should be scared if you criticize a politician? Do we or do we not? Hindi naman na kung natatakot ako o hindi. Kung dapat ba akong matakot o hindi. That's the truth. And we should not be afraid of criticizing politicians. Just as everyone else, kung sasabihin lang Nepo baby o abnoy o corrupt ako, pwede ko ding sabihin yun tungkol kila Romualdez o kay Marcos o kay Soto. I should be able to say that the same way that other people should be able to say the same things about me, because it's only through communication and through airing of our grievances that we are able to create an understanding with one another. We don't think the same, we don't act the same, but if we talk, we can find our middle ground and we can find what peace we can make with each other. Unless kung, of course, like, libelous na, kung nagkakalat ka ng fake news, then yun, pwede ka na makasuhan doon.
So, nabanggit mo yung Soto. Tinatanong nila kung nilalabanan mo ba si Vico Soto or nagdi-disagree ka kay Vico Soto?
Well, you can see my posts. Hindi ko kalaban si Vico Soto. I admire him. He's a great politician. And like I said before, well, yesterday, 2 days ago, nung inisip ko to go against Romualdez, he was one of the people that came into my mind. And I believe that if we are given the opportunity to create a better government after the protest, after all that will happen to our country this week, I believe that Vico
Wala akong masabi kasi may point din naman yung yung sinasabi niya. Panoorin niyo to ng buo ha. Doon tayo sa yung mga backgrounds niya.
Soto
Ka daw
is a very eccentric person.
issue. Bakit medyo nawiwirduhan sila sa
Okay. Well, yes, I'm a very eccentric person. But firstly, speaking of
Eccentric.
I also read a lot about those because it's a very common issue amongst our youth right now. Speaking of mental health, first and foremost, it's not something that you should assume in other people. Para siyang kung nakita mo na posibleng may mental health issue ang isang tao, it's a sensitive topic and it's something that you should wait for them to say. Like, you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community,
Yes.
right? If people are asking you, oy, bakla ka ba? Or parang bakla ka you act gay, ganon. Or you act bi, mga ganon.
I will
Diba,
tell them,
that's-
yes, I am gay.
Oh, but that's not for them to say, diba? That's for you to say. You're the one who's going to tell them what your sexual stance is or what you identify.
Pero hindi eh. Sometimes, may mental, sabi kasi niya, correct me if I'm wrong that's for you to say daw. I mean, siya daw ang magsasabi nung kung meron daw siyang, correct me if I'm wrong kung tama yung pagkakaintindi ko sa sinabi niya. Pero hindi eh. Merong mga, kahit lasing nga, hindi niya inaamin na lasing siya eh. 'Di ba? Si Sita Astals, kilala nyo? Yung konsihal na nagkaroon na ng gano'n, yung dating artista sa Home Along Dariles. 'Di ba? Hindi niya rin inaamin na may something siya eh. Medyo hindi ako doon. Although na gusto ko yung mga sinasabi niya, pero yung that's for you to say, sometimes kasi in denial yun. Paano ko sabihin ni OG Diaz na babae siya? Hindi siya bakla. Hindi. 'Di ba? Kailangan may reality check pa rin.
It's for you to say. You're the one who's going to tell them what your sexual stance is or what you identify as. It is a sensitive issue and it is one that people should not just be saying randomly. And this is also applicable to mental health. It's not something that you would just assume, oy, that yung tao na yan, medyo weird siya, abnormal yan, or may mental health issue yan. No, you just try to be kind to them, wait for them to say it to you.
Siyempre, aamin ba yun na may mental illness siya? Ikaw naman. Hindi pa rin. 'Di ba?
Or get close to them. Once you're comfortable with them, you ask them yourself.
Ikayo ba nun? Hindi, payag kayo doon sa sinasabi niya na halimbawa pinaghihinalaan mo may tililing yung isang tao, maging close ka daw muna at tanongin niya, may tililing ka ba? Anong tingin niyo isasagot sa inyo nun? Malamang i-deny niya yun. 'Di ba? Hindi niya naman maamin. Sometimes hindi niya alam na may tililing na siya eh. Medyo din, although na-appreciate ko yung mga ibang sinasabi niya, pero doon sa part na yon hindi eh. Kaya nga, kung ma-identify mo pala na may tililing ka, ba't kailangan pa ng test? Kailangan pa ng medical test para malaman na may tililing ka, kaya mo naman palang sabihin sa sarili mo yon. 'Di ba? Hindi pa rin.
Hindi yung sa mga random comments ng, oy, no yan.
Oo, naintindihan ko. Yung mga random comments, naintindihan ko yun. Kasi sometimes kahit wala namang tililing, sinasabihin ng tililing eh. 'Di ba? Pero yung sasabihin mo na ikaw lang ang makakapagsabi sa sarili mo kung meron kang mental illness o wala, kabulshitan yun. 'Di ba? Hindi ko naman sinasabing lahat ng sabihin ng iba tungkol sa'yo ay totoo. Sometimes kasi tinitrip ka lang. Uy, baliw, ginaganon ka lang. 'Di ba? Pero as a tao, nararamdaman kasi ng tao na may kakaiba. Sa ayaw at sa gusto mo, kahit hindi kami nag-aral ng psychiatric, alam namin na may kakaiba sa iyo eh. 'Di ba? Hindi mo naman madideny yun eh. May kakaiba sa iyo eh. At hindi naman totoo yung sinasabi mo na kailangan tanungin ka muna namin bago mo masabi na wala kang ano. Paano kung meron? Ikaw psychiatrist ka ba? Kahit pa sabi mo psychiatrist ka, masa-psychiatrist mo ba yung sarili mo? 'Di ba? Matitest mo ba yung sarili mo na kung may topa ka ba o wala?
Strong. And secondly, no, I don't believe I have any mental health issue.
Okay.
Well, I hope I don't.
O, kita mo? Kahit ikaw hindi ka sigurado eh. I hope I don't eh.
Obviously.
It's hard to assume.
You cannot please everybody. Kasi syempre may mga nababasang positive sa'yo na gusto nila yung pakikipagbardagulan mo. Yung iba naman ay ayaw. Tapos medyo nawiwirduhan sa'yo. Kasi nga parang hindi nga siya pang politician na behavior.
Totoo.
So, maiintindihan ko yun kasi ngayon lang sila nakatagpo or naka-encounter na tulad mong politician na walang
breaks.
Oo, yung tsaka niya ko. So, ano sinasabi ng mami mo, ng mga kapatid mo tungkol sa mga issues sa iyo ngayon?
Well, actually, very sensitive issue to. So, I like to say yung family ko, they're very scared. Kasi the most powerful man in the Philippines. Tapos ako kinakalaban ko siya. He has very strong allies and we have very limited allies. And yung nanay ko actually halos hatakihin na daw siya. Alam mo naman yung mga nanay, very concerned sila.
Nanay eh.
And yes, that's all I have to say. Like, she's very worried about me, but at the same time, a part of her understands why I'm doing it. And the same for my brother. Yung kapatid ko naman, medyo mas logical siya doon because he's a graduate of Ateneo Political Science. He studied these matters and he can really see how this will be going. So siya medyo mas chill siya. He knows we have a good chance of winning. But for my mom, I just want to say that I keep trying to reassure her, and mostly my brother is reassuring her right now that everything will be fine. Pero takot lang ako na, well, hindi naman takot na. I'm trying not to personally speak to her right now kasi baka mag-breakdown, mag-away, like the emotions would reach a point where we won't be able to think logically, and I cannot have that right now. I have to be perfectly rational, I have to be a perfect logician if I want to win and survive.
Okay, so nakita na ba kayo ni Speaker Romualdez?
He wanted to speak to me. I told him that I'm available pero may mga meetings ako sa district ko. So if ever he could visit my district sa Cavite, I'm open to meet with him. So yeah, and wala namang masyadong nangyari doon. We didn't end up meeting each other. Not even messages.
Have you seen yung comparison sa inyo ni Vico Sotto?
Well, yes, but what's the point of the comparison? He's executive, I'm legislative. We serve very different purposes in our government, and I'm not sure what you'll say about me, but I consider Vico Sotto a good man.
Pero wala ka namang galit sa tito niya.
Ito yung pinaka-point ko. When Aquino became president, or the Aquino administration, they are against the Arroyo administration. The Duterte administration was against the Aquino administration. The Marcos administration now is against the Duterte administration. If we just continue this cycle of hatred, where will it lead us? Kasi at the end of the day, di ba nag-away-away kami ng Tito Sotto? Hindi yun personal na away. It is us fighting, representing our ideologies in his role as Senate President and in his friendship with Romualdez. And me, in my desire to have Romualdez investigated and in my criticism of his inability to do so. So if we let our personal emotions cloud our judgment, then how can we build a better Philippines? How can we build a better country? Magkaaway na lang kami, one disagreement lang, forever na kami magkaaway? That's not how it should be. That's not how it is. Like, yung kabataang party list of Reneco, they said so many negative things about me during the 2022 campaign, during the 2025 campaign. So initially, when I came to Congress, I initially thought of Reneco as my enemy. But when I met her and I talked to her,
anyway, panoorin nyo na lang po yung buo nito sa sa channel ni OG Diaz. Marami na rin na nanood no? Kasi ubos na yung oras natin So yan lang po muna pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Magandang hapon po. Bye-bye.